It's a beautiful day. Welcome to Physics Meal, a wonderful program designed to help students in the study of physics. Today on Physics Meal, we are going to consider simple machines, part 1 of it. We have decided to break it down into different parts to help the students understand every aspect of simple machines. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you follow us on Facebook at Mathematics and Science Meal. Thank you. All right. Now, the objectives that we are going to look at, the scope, the area we are going to consider in part 1 of simple machines as follows. By the end of the lesson, the students should know the following: 1, meaning and examples of simple machine; then 2, the concept of mechanical advantage of simple machines. So without taking much time, let's begin this wonderful journey on simple machine. Just stay away from every form of distraction because we are in for a very serious business. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at this. We have the first objective, that's what we are going to consider: meaning and examples of simple machines. Meaning and examples. All right. We have been hearing of machine from time to time. So what exactly is a machine? If you go to various industries, you will see different machines. Even at home, we have machines, because most time people think that anytime we are talking about machines, we are talking about the installations, the plants that are installed in various factories and industries. But we have machines available in our houses. We can access machine in our houses. On a daily basis, we even make use of this machine. So what exactly is a machine? Some people can say a machine is an apparatus or a device that helps us to do work easily. That's wonderful. But let's take this definition as far as a machine is concerned. So we say a machine, a simple machine. A simple machine is a device which uses a force known as effort. A force known as effort to overcome another force known as load. So in a machine, we use a force known as effort to overcome another resisting force known as what? As load. So what it means is that in every machine, we apply a force known as effort at one point of the machine, and then the application of that force known as effort at one point will help us to overcome another force known as load at another what? At another point. So in a machine, we have application of force in order to overcome another what? Force. The force we apply is the force we call the what? Effort. While the force we are going to overcome using a machine is the force we call what? Load. So we say a simple machine is a device which uses a force known as effort to overcome another force known as what? As load. So there is application of a force at one point. The force we apply at one point is the effort. Then the application of this force known as effort at one point will now help us to overcome another force known as load at another point. So that's what a machine is. Now we have various examples of machine that we meet on daily basis. Examples of machine, examples of machine, examples of simple machine are lever, pulleys, we have screw jack, we have inclined plane, we have wheel and axle, etc. All these are examples of what? Of machine. They are all examples of machine. We have lever, pulley, screw jack, inclined plane, wheel and axle, and so on and so forth. At least you know about pulleys. If this is a practical class, in one of our practical class, we're going to show the pulley. Then inclined plane, sometimes you see young men trying to put drums inside a lorry. They will now place a wood, a very strong wood, incline it at a certain angle, and then roll the drums inside the what? Inside the lorry. That's just a machine. It's a simple machine we call inclined what? Inclined plane. Then we have levers. Levers are everywhere. They are everywhere in our houses. Scissors is a lever. Wheelbarrow is a lever. So your wheelbarrow is a machine. It belongs to the machine we call lever. Your scissors is a machine. It belongs to the machine we call what? Lever also. Now we know that machine is very, very important in our daily lives because it helps us to do work easily. It helps us to do work efficiently. It helps us to do work effectively, and it also helps us to save time while trying to do work. Imagine if there is no scissors. How will a tailor cut the cloth that he wants to sew? That would be terrible. Will he use the teeth? That would be very terrible. Imagine if you want to fetch water and you have different gallons, the plastic rubber that we use in fetching water, and you are given 4 of them to go and get some water. You'll be in trouble if you don't have a wheelbarrow. You have 4. How will you carry it? You carry 1 on your head, carry 2 on your hand, on both hands, and then you use your leg to drag 1. People will look at you as someone that is just mad. Yeah, he's very clumsy and crazy for one to do that. But with a wheelbarrow, you can just put 4 of them in the wheelbarrow, and it becomes easy. You just push it back to your house. And then if on the alternative you decide to let me forget about the machine wheelbarrow and be carrying the water one after the other, imagine the time that it's going to consume. So that's why we need a machine. It saves time. It's very easy to it's convenient to use. It's also efficient in doing what? In doing work. So these are some of the machines that we have. And that's all for the first objective. Let's look at the second objective quickly, which is looking at the concept of mechanical advantage of simple machines. So let's look at that together. I believe that now you can actually wake up in the morning with the definition of a machine. Someone can wake you up in the morning and you just greet the person with that definition. You can just tell the person good morning, but remember, a machine is a device that uses a force known as effort to overcome another force known as load. That's a wonderful way to start your morning. Now let's look at the concept of what? Mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage. So the concept, let's say just concept of mechanical advantage. Concept of mechanical advantage. Concept of mechanical advantage. What do we mean by mechanical advantage of a machine? You know, advantage, you know what advantage is all about. Benefit. Benefit. So a measure of the benefit of a machine is on the advantage, the mechanical advantage. So we define mechanical advantage as the ratio of the effort to the what? To the load. Sorry, as the ratio of the load to the what? To the effort. So we say mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage of a machine is the ratio of the load L to the effort E. ratio of load to the effort. So you now see that load is force. Effort is also force. So this ratio of two forces. And that's why we also call mechanical advantage force ratio. All right. Now, what it means is that mechanical advantage is load over effort. So MOA, the mechanical advantage, is L over E, where L is the load and E is the effort. We have an equation. I can refer to this as equation 1. So mechanical advantage is the ratio of the load to the what? Effort. Like I said earlier, mechanical advantage is also known as force ratio. So when you are asked to find the force ratio, you are still trying to find what? Mechanical advantage. Now, I want to say this also, that mechanical advantage has no unit. In other words, it's dimensionless. It has no unit. I can take care of this side of the graph. I believe we have taken down the objective. Now, mechanical advantage has no unit. What do we mean by that? It's dimensionless. You remember, load is a force and it's measured in Newton. So if we now have MOA was load over effort, that's Newton divided by Newton. So cancels out. So we don't have unit for mechanical advantage. It's dimensionless. So I can write it down anyway. Mechanical advantage has no unit. It has no unit. Mechanical advantage, it has no unit. We have seen that. Okay. Now we have serious significance as far as mechanical advantage is concerned. Remember, we say we use it to measure the usefulness of a machine. So when can we say that a machine is advantageous? When can we say that a machine is disadvantageous? These are issues. So we are going to look at about 3 things now concerning mechanical advantage before we can now round up. Remember, we have already established an equation. So now note the following. 1. If mechanical advantage, that's MA, is greater than 1, that is greater than 1, then the machine is advantageous. So using the machine has some advantage. We are coming to see that. 2, if MOA, that's mechanical advantage, is less than 1, then it's less than 1, then the machine is disadvantageous. Now, if mechanical advantage is equal to 1, then the load is equal to the what? Effort. So, if mechanical advantage, let's still write it in short form. If MA is equal to 1, then the load is equal to the effort. Okay, now in the first case, for a mechanical advantage or for a machine to be advantageous, it means that the mechanical advantage must be greater than 1. And when mechanical advantage is greater than 1, what's the implication? It means that the effort is less than the what? Load. So a machine will be useful if a little effort can overcome a large what? Load. So you see, it's useful. For example, if you have a load of 200 Newton and you use an effort of 50 Newton to carry it, you are still at advantage because the effort you apply is less than the what? the load that you carried. But imagine that you have a load of 20 Newton and you are using an effort of 30 Newton to overcome a load of 20 Newton. The machine is not useful to us because the applied effort is larger than the what? Than the load. Imagine, let's bring it to ordinary times outside machine. Imagine using 1 million naira or $1 million to get something that's worth $500,000 or 500,000 naira or 500,000 cedis. It looks somehow because the input now is higher than the what? Than the output. In that case, that's the effort you apply is higher than the what? Than the load you want to overcome. So if a machine will be advantageous, the load must be larger than the what? Effort. And once that happens, mechanical advantage will be greater than what? Greater than 1. So when we say that mechanical advantage is greater than 1, what it means is that the effort is less than the load, or the load is what? Greater than the what? Greater than the effort. On the other hand, a machine will become disadvantageous. It will not be useful to us if mechanical advantage is less than what? Less than 1. In that case, the load is less than the effort, or the effort is greater than the what? Than the load. Then, in the third case now, if mechanical advantage is 1, it means that load is equal to what? Effort. If these two are equal, then they will just divide and we have 1. So in that case, the machine is, we cannot actually ascertain whether the machine is useful or not. It's not useful, it's not also disadvantageous. We did not gain anything because the value of the load is also the value of the effort that we supplied. All right. Now, one more thing before we go. Remember, a machine is affected by friction. Yeah, frictional force affects what? Machine. Frictional force affects machine. Yeah. And what friction does is it reduces the efficiency of machine. Frictional force, because it affects machine, it reduces its efficiency. It also affects mechanical advantage. You know, when there is friction, part of the effort you are going to apply to a machine, part of it, instead of overcoming the load, will first of all be used in overcoming the frictional force before that effort can now do some work. So you now see that if maybe we just need only 20 Newton to do a certain work, and there is 5 Newton of friction available, if we supply 20 Newton, we will not do that work until we supply 25. So that 5 out of that 25 that we have supplied will first of all be used in overcoming the frictional force, while the remaining 20 will not do the job. All right, so far so good. I believe that you have followed us properly till this point. We are going to close this episode, but remember, there is need for you to watch this video over and over again until it has become part of you. Remember, you need to digest this video. Yeah, it's a meal. So when you take the meal, digest it, assimilate it, let it enter every part of your body, so that when you look at people, they will just see machine. When people come in contact with you, they will start talking about simple machine. Thank you for watching our video today. Remember, share our videos, like our videos, recommend our videos to your friends, as many as possible. Those preparing for various exams, both school exams and external exams, just recommend our videos for them. And if you have any difficulty in mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology, just contact us. We are at your service. Remain blessed. Visit our page on daily basis for a very delicious meal, either on physics, on chemistry, on mathematics, or on biology. Thank you, and God bless you.